Alright, welcome back to another PvP pet battle video. This is Linica, and our pet spotlight is going to be on the Sun Darter Hatchling. I'm going to be starting this off with a team Happy Birthday Linica, because today is my birthday. So, it's going to be using kind of a presents theme with the Rotten Little Helper, the Unborn Valkyr, and then the Sun Darter Hatchling, who I just got today. I'm super excited about this. So I'll probably go ahead and start off with the Valk. He might be able to lift off. I would imagine he has a lift off. So I'll throw out a Curse of Doom. He has a Cyclone. This is awesome. So he can't dodge my Haunt with anything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to abandon my strategy to throw down a Mines, and instead I will bring in my Sun Darter Hatchling, who can simply consume magic and remove the Cyclone. After that Cyclone's gone, I'll probably swap into the Rotten Little Helper to throw down a Mines for whoever he brings in next. Alrighty. I would imagine he might have Roar since he swapped in the Dragon. Let's see if I can force a cooldown. I'm gonna go ahead and throw down my Ethereal. There is an Arcane Storm. Interesting build for sure. I would imagine a Moonfire will come next. I'm gonna go ahead and swap into my Rotten Little Helper just to throw down that Mines. Oh, I'm glad I didn't take that Roar on my critter. His Owl's almost dead on the back line. That was very unwise for him to swap. Swap out with all of those Valk dots on him. Now if he swaps into the Owl, it's just instantly dead. And that would actually be his best bet, is the thing. I'm going to go ahead and throw down a Grinch's Gift. It crit for over 1,000, which is crazy damage. Going to be able to go first, hit him with a hard-hitting club, almost take him out. And he's actually not even going to quite take me out because he went for AoE instead of a simple Roar. Actually, I don't think a Roar would have taken me out either. This build on the Celestial Dragon's very, very weak. So, just keep going for damage, I suppose. Alrighty, so Psychic Blast came out. At this point, I think I want to bring in my Valk. He's probably going to go for a Mana Surge, I would imagine. So I'm just going to go for damage, I think. Am I going to go for a Haunt? That might be smart. Here's one kind of usage of the Sun Darter Hatchling. He has a bit of ability to kind of stall out with his Ethereal and his heals. So he threw down his first Mana Surge. Probably go ahead and Ethereal right off the bat. Since he's doing a lot of damage, I think it's better for me to go for more damage than trying to out-heal it. So at this point, a Blink Strike and a Haunt will take him out. He's gonna reduce my attack, but I really don't need to hit him hard. I just go first with Blink Strike, and it still should take him out, I think. Yeah. This guy does not hit very hard. Or girl, I don't know. I named her Nicole. This Sun Darter Hatchling does not hit very hard, but he does have she does have a lot of sort of a large toolkit to work with, and it's what makes her really cool. I think that a really fun utility is to have both Ethereal and Consume Magic, because you can remove those either Haunt dots or, well, any dots from you, or you can take away a Cyclone like I just showed you, and you have the ability to dodge big nukes, so it makes you kind of difficult to counter as far as kind of focusing damage into the Sun Darter Hatchling. Let's see, a double humanoid team. Sporebat's a very interesting choice, Pet. I'm not sure what he's going to run yet, So I'm just going to go ahead, open with Mr. Wiggles, throw out my Uncanny Luck. He's going to throw out a Weakness. Okay. Well, I'm just going to swap into my Trunks. Be able to throw out a Moonfire and then get 2 guaranteed hits with when Elix fly. That ought to take him out even with weakness up. On this round it crit, so that hit for really hard, and now the next round it will go first before he can get his weakness out, which will take out his Wretched Servant for sure. This does have synergy with the Sundarter Hatchling because Moonlight will buff your Blink Strike to a reasonable amount of damage, especially against a flyer like this. I'm going to go ahead and throw out an Avalanche and then a Moonfire before kicking the bucket. I'm going to die to Creeping Fungus Tick, so it'll be good for me to go ahead and go for this strong damage. And then I guess I may as well go for the 50-50. Just because if I land it, it's absolutely GG. Yeah, there's no coming back from that sort of RNG. And then I'll go for one more before these dots finish me off. I got 2 50% hit chances. Well, it's my birthday, so that's fair, I suppose. Let's see how hard this would hit, these Blink Strikes. Priority move for 257. It's not bad, really. It's not great, but it's really not bad. Gonna go for another Blink Strike. 2 will take him out, so even if she stuns me, I'm fine. And one more Blink Strike ought to take her out. Nicely done, Nicole. She's such a pretty pet. Like, I really like how the Sundarter Hatchling looks. She's just gorgeous. Look at her. And I just really like her moveset. This team right here is going to kind of show off what you can really do the most, I guess. No, I'm going to change this one ability. Blink Strike is just better. Nothing wrong with Sleeping Gas, but if that is your only ability, it does kind of put you in a position where you have to... You have a rather clunky moveset because you don't have an ability that you can just do damage with every turn. You have to alternate between your damage ability and your heals and other stuff, so I think it is better to go with Blink Strike. But this is going to be the stronger build, is with your Ancient Blessing, or what do they call it? Yeah, Ancient Blessing and Sunlight. It's going to be very strong. It's also going to buff this guy's healing, but I do have a Wicked Soul, so Jade Oozling, but a wrong breed. I'm going to go ahead and throw out a Haunt on this guy. If he takes it on this humanoid, he's going to straight up die to Haunt dots. Like, it just hits so hard. Go ahead and bring in my Orphan Fellbat. This combo is very strong. Putting a Black Claw on him is just going to eat him alive. I might want to swap here, but I'm going to throw out a dot first. I would imagine an Acidic Goo coming out first. And that's kind of fine for me to take on the back line. I don't really care too much about that. Gonna bring in my Sundarter Hatchling. Do I want to throw out a Sunlight? I think I want to throw out a Blink Strike while he still has Black Claw up. Well, that was the correct move, because now he's with... Oh, he's almost within kill shot range. Here's what I'll do. I'll go for a Blink Strike, and then I'll be able to... Oh, he's healed up. Didn't think about that. I'm going to go for another Blink Strike. I want him to be within 156 health. Ooh. Oh, but that hits hard. I'm going to go for a quick heal. Barely staying alive. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Wicked Soul here. He's going to force that Core Fire Imp to swap before he can. He might be able to get up an Immolation, but he didn't. So now he's going to take a Haunt or have no Immolation. If I was him, I would swap out here without trying to go for the immolation. But he did not. So he's going to throw up immolation. We already know he's going to swap, so I'm not going to bother to go for... I'm not going to bother to go for Black Claw. I'm just going to go straight for the Fell Immolate. He actually did stay in to do that weak rush damage. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Drain Blood. He's going to die on this round, so I'll heal up pretty nicely with my Orphan Fellbat, while at the same time killing him. I would imagine the magic's going to come back in. Now would be a really nice time to actually have the cleanse. I'm going to go ahead and throw out a dot, since I imagine the acidic goo will come out first. No, he went for the corrosion. That was very smart. Gonna bring in the Sun Darter Hatchling. I should be able to get up a Sunlight and an Ancient Blessing before taking the bucket. It's going to be really close. He got a crit, but it wasn't quite enough. I'm going to be able to get up a nice strong heal under Sunlight. And that's going to buff his healing, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Blink Strike here. Now that my Sunny Day is up, I'll be able to bring in my Orphan Fellbat. Drain Blood is going to, first of all, do a lot of damage. And it's going to heal for like 80% of my health. It's ridiculous. So I'll be able to use a Fell Immolate to almost kill him. If he doesn't go for the heal, he is actually going to die to dots. In comes the Lesser Void Caller. I want to throw up a Fell Immolate and then a Black Claw. And those dots ought to melt his Lesser Void Caller. Want to go for damage while I have the Black Claw up, even though my heal does extra healing. At this point, it is very much a race against time. But I have, you know, the favorable matchup against his team. He had much weaker pets, and I have a very strong team here. Not gonna lie, this team is going to go into my tier 1 team almost certainly, because this combo is so strong, using Sunlight with Drain Blood. I don't intend to put this in my fun queue. It's not much fun. It's very, very strong. I'm gonna play with a slightly less overpowered team, but still very strong. As you can see, I did rename my Fiendish Imp. It is no longer McSwaggles. Was listening to Ravel on the radio earlier, just the other night, and heard Gaspard de la Nuit. And been a long time since I heard that piece. Several years. It brought back good memories from the last time I heard it. So I decided to name my Fiendish Imp Scarbo instead. Awesome piece. So this is a very nice time to have my Fiendish Imp. This is exactly what I had him for. His Blink Strike is so weak against mechanicals. So having the Fiendish Imp here will be very, very, very helpful against this team. I don't want to take a bleed, so I'm going to swap him out before he can put the Wood Chipper on me. Then I will throw up an Immolation. He's going to go ahead and heal up his Stone Grinder. I'm going to go for damage here. I was expecting to swap back into his Stone Grinder. Now, is he gonna? He's gonna throw up a bleed. Do I want to take it on the Purple Puffer or the Sun Darter Hatchling? Thing is, I can cleanse it on the Sun Darter Hatchling, so I'm inclined to take it on him. Now, am I faster than I am? So I'm just gonna go for an Ethereal here, predicting a cleanup. No, just a Thunderbolt. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go for a quick little blink strike. Yeah, I expected the heal. Now, is he just gonna spam damage? I'm gonna go ahead and cleanse. Yes, I'm so happy he swapped. So he does still have that maul available, but I don't have a bleed on me, so that 463 extra damage isn't gonna happen. Wish I had ethereal available though. Most likely my best bet is to bring in the Fiendish Imp. I want that control so that I can really not let him bring in his Stone Grinder very easily. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out a couple burns, do some good damage to his anodized Robocub. He knows he just needs to try to burn me down. But I'm in a pretty good position here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out my Immolation. Don't want him to be able to get me low enough that I'm really in trouble. I'm gonna go ahead and swap him out here just for kind of a free pseudo kick. I'm gonna swap into my purple puffer. He went straight for that AoE. Gonna go ahead and activate my pump. Wouldn't be surprised if he's... No, he's gonna heal first, so I'm gonna go ahead and go for the pump. Oh, he brought in Francis. Alrighty. Well, gonna go ahead and use Healing Wave. My Immolation's gonna take care of that decoy while I heal and use my pump. Yeah, this team's actually quite strong with that rebuild. It really does heal for quite a bit, but I'll be able to take out one of his pets with a pump and an Immolation. It's going to be his pig. And actually, that more than took him out, so a simple surge will take out his pig. Surprised he sacrificed him there. He could have thrown up a couple heals with rebuild, but I'll take it, because this is actually a pretty strong team here. Probably going to go ahead and heal here. My imp is actually still pretty low, even with that backline healing. He is within one maul of death, so have to play this kind of safe. I would expect a bleed and then a swap into the anodized Robocub. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in a position where if he swaps into the anodized Robocub, his Robocub's racial gets activated, or if he stays in, his Stone Grinder gets killed. So. Actually, it wouldn't have activated the racial, but it was pretty close. I'm going to throw up my heal here. I'm surprised he's staying in, honestly. But I'll take it, obviously. And he's going to swap because, well, I mean, run. I'm a little surprised. I was doing pretty well, but I still think he had a chance. At least if he got a good crit somewhere. But that's okay. This team looks like a lot of fun. It won't be quite so strong against that mechanical team, but I do have an undead with elemental damage, so I will do okay. When you're running the Sun Darter Hatchling with just kind of any fun team, you are probably going to want some elemental damage because he already hits so weak, and if you're going up against a mechanical, he just straight up can't do damage because his Blink Strike does hit very, very, very weak. So we're going up against the double humanoid team again, but this time he has a Phoenix Hawk Hatchling. Speed is at 325 speed. He likes to start with his humanoid, so I don't really want to start with either of these two. Probably go ahead and start with Fred. Go for a couple shadow slashes. And he might actually 1v1 me if I'm not careful. So I'm probably just going to throw up a Rot and then an Immolate. I don't think it's going to be in my best interest to kind of sacrifice my Sinjin Fetish here. So I'm going to throw up an Immolate so that if he swaps, he's in trouble. Now I'm going to swap into my Vengeful Porcupet, now that he has Rot up on him. And he removed my ducks. That sucks a lot. Wow. This guy's going to be really, really hard to beat, actually. Because I don't have enough undead throughput to really take him down. I'm going to go ahead and buff my speed here. I probably should have started with Vengeful Porcupet. I'm going to go for a Spirit Spikes here. And unfortunately it actually blocks all of weakness, so it does no reflect damage. Go for a quick flank. That was pretty good, actually. I'm gonna go for a flank here. You got a nice triple hit. Just gonna go for weakness, and now that weakness has been applied, I will swap into my Sinjin Fetish. Gonna go ahead and just go for Shadow Slashes. That Nether Blast has really been ramped up to some strong damage here. Gonna want to go ahead and go for another Shadow Slash. I think I could go for Rot. Oh, nice. That was a nice hard-hitting Shadow Slash. Alrighty, so if he brings in his humanoid, I will be able to get up a nice Rot and an Immolate on her. Although, she might have a stun. We'll have to see. If she has a stun, I would much rather get the Rot on her. And then the Immolate later. I'd rather have a guaranteed Rot than a guaranteed Immolate, because without the Rot, my Vengeful Porcupet actually just can't do damage to her. Alrighty, so we're still going to have to see what she has. I would imagine that she has the heal. I'm going to go ahead and Spirit Spikes early here. There's a stun. I'm going to go ahead and sit it out. Go for a quick flank. If I get a triple hit, I actually kill her. Nice triple hit. And I'm not sure if I want to stay in here. I'm pretty sure I want to swap. She has Rake. That could really hurt my critter. But I just need to have Spirit Spikes available for a 1v1 in the end. So I'm going to bring in Nicole. Kind of fill up what he has. Oh, Claw actually also. I just need to go for damage, honestly. So I'm not going to bother with any sort of Ethereal or Consume Magic. Just going to go for a... Ooh. Okay, what if he has... I'm just going to go for another Blink Strike. I could try to Consume Magic those dots off. But, I think it was the correct choice to just keep going for damage here. Because that will give my Porcupet the highest chance of taking out this guy. Hopefully he wastes his Rake here. If he uses his Rake, he didn't. Now, I do think that Rake only applies to my first hit of flank. And Spirit Spikes actually... Yeah, Spirit Spikes. Let's see if it removes after one hit. It does. Okay. So, yeah, my Vengeful Porcupet was able to take him out, but it was a little scary. You never know. And it's been a little bit for me. I've been really busy with work, so I haven't been able to do many videos recently. But I'm really glad I got to do this. This Sun Darter Hatchling is a really, really cool pet that it was a lot of fun to get, honestly. Took a lot of gold and time, but I'll be looking into making a guide for y'all, since some of the guides out there are really helpful. But for someone like me who doesn't know some of the older content as well, it's nice for there to be kind of pointers for, hey, here's how you get through, say, Black Rock Depths, which looks like it was designed by Disco Doggy's 4-year-old brother. It's a mess. It's a huge mess, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just directionally challenged, but I figured it might help for y'all to kind of see a guide to that, to how to get it. But this is just how to use them in some fun teams. This one right here, this team Sorry Q, is very, very strong. Any sort of Sunlight team with an Orphan Fellbat is going to be very strong if they don't have a Weather Changer. It's almost impossible to beat. I did have a close game there, but let's be real, I didn't play it very well. I didn't play my team to its full potential, because I didn't really want to be a super troll and be like, oh, I'm just going to use Sunlight and my heals all day. I kind of wanted to make it a quick game and show off that it can put out some good damage too. So, actually, I think I went 5-0 in this video. He's not that strong. When I first saw him, I thought, oh, this pet could be so great, because I saw he has, you know, a lot of kind of really cool moves that you can work with. You know, he has the potential sleeping gas or priority move, which, you know, is nice. The Ethereal's awesome. Ancient Blessing's a very strong heal, especially under sunlight. Consume Magic is very strong because you can move Cyclones with it, as you saw. So it can very well counter Clone Dance. You can remove Haunts and Curses of Doom. Another nice thing about the Sun Darter Hatchling is if you're running into a bunch of Magma Ragelings or Little Ragnaroses, having a critter with any sort of item removal is really, really good. Because you can consume magic on your critter, remove the trap, you don't get stunned by the trap because you're a critter, and then you don't have to worry about the trap with your other pets. So it's not a perfect counter to Little Ragnaros at all, or the Magma Rageling, but it's a very viable one. To have that utility where you can remove a trap and not get stunned by it. So pretty nice. Definitely just a tier 2 pet though, even though it does have those tools, just because no matter what build you do, he really just doesn't have, or she, I mean, I really feel like this is a girl. Like, look at that, she's so pretty. But she's really not that strong, just because with the balanced breed, she does have the worst stats possible. As far as you know, health is okay, attack is okay, speed is pretty garbage, and these are just okay. Like, if she was a power and had, say, 341 attack power, this moveset would be really, really strong, because that Consume Magic would heal very, very, very hard. Probably almost 400 health, which would be very nice. The Ethereal doesn't care about being fast, so this 268 speed is actually wasted. If it was 0, that would be way better with Blink Strike and Ethereal. And the Blink Strike would actually hit pretty hard, just like the Emperor Crab's Surge. So, because of her stats, she's really just a low tier 2 pet, but she's really, really cool. Obtaining her is quite an adventure and really fun. And I just really like her. So I'll probably put this team in my tier 1 list, but maybe not even. I don't know. This one looks pretty good, but I will save it with Blink Strike. Yeah, I'll put this one in my tier 1 list. Gonna be releasing that for y'all soon, so that's really exciting. But yeah, hope this kind of gives y'all some fun ideas for what you can do with the Sun Darter Hatchling. Hope not to see too many builds with these two abilities though, because that's going to be really annoying to deal with. Sun Darter Hatchling can't get stunned since she's a critter. She can heal a lot under Sunny Day, and then pairing her with any sort of healer like a Drained Blood user with the Orphan Fellbat or the Wicked Soul's Haunting Song can really make for a very stally, long drawn out battle that usually you're going to lose to, because it's very strong. But this other moveset really isn't too obnoxious, having the dodge, the ability to remove buffs with like cyclones and dots and traps, and then the priority move is just kind of a nice little utility move. Unfortunately, it does leave her with basically no damage output, and that is really where she falls short of a tier 1 status, of any potential tier 1 status, in my opinion. But who knows? We'll see what teams there are that come out with this pet, since she did just come out. We'll start probably seeing her in the queue, in the meta, probably within a week or so. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next video.